Good evening, everyone. Good
Good evening, ma'am.
evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
How was the day? How was the day after the Ganpati festival?
Tired, ma'am.
Okay.
Very sad.
Okay. Why sad? पुढच्या वर्षी लवकर या म्हणतो की आपण.
आता गेले ना पण गणपती त्यामुळे बोललो.
त्यांनाही जरा विश्रांती द्या. किती त्रास देतो आपण. धर्मसंकटात किती टाकतो देवाला प्रत्येक वेळेला. नाही का? Let him take care of the other side of the world. नाही का? Only 15 were there for the earlier session? और are they और ड्रॉप भी हो गया अभी एक. Shall we begin or shall we wait for a while? What was the earlier count? Approx? Same
It was
or
5.
No, ma'am. You can
5.
start now.
okay, fine. ठीक है. See, basically we will stick to whatever timetables are given most of the time, but then sometimes I may consider take the advantage of being the faculty for strategic management and project management. So yesterday it was strategic management and I had to complete the project management point, so probably I might have occupied that session. So today I'll be actually utilizing this for completing the point of strategic management. Okay, so before we begin with the session, I wanted to make this point clear so that we can proceed ahead with the session. Fine. Okay. So we'll move ahead. In strategic management, up till now, we have seen multiple types of analysis basically. Okay. Analyzing companies' internal environment is the topic which is included in the second unit, that is the second chapter. Just we'll go through it first, fast. Takeaway for today's session: these two concepts we need to understand, that is resource based view of a firm and VRIO framework. Basically, in this second chapter, we are going to talk about certain strategies based on the internal factors of a company. Before going ahead, I would like to throw up a particular question to you. Basically, up till now, in the first chapter, we have built some basic background. Okay, maybe one or two answers I would expect based on the understanding of the subject before we take ahead with the further chapters. Okay, because further chapters may not be with the same pace. So today's session, I would like to know your basic understanding so that I can build on it. Okay, any two volunteers can mention what you have understood based on internal and external factors, because this chapter basically starts with analyzing companies internal environment. So before moving ahead, I want two people representing the class to share their views voluntarily about, in strategic management, what is their understanding about analyzing a company's internal environment, or for that matter, what are the internal and external environment. काय समजले तुम्हाला? I'm not going to check English. You may speak in Hindi, Marathi or English. I understand these three languages better. So anyone out of these 20 people can just mention.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. अनालिझिंग मध्ये आपण आतापर्यंत 4 फॅक्टर बघितले. स्वॉट अनालिसिस ते राईट, म्हणजे स्ट्रेंथ, वीकनेस, थ्रेट्स अँड दी अपॉर्च्युनिटी.
Perfect. Yes.
आणि वीकनेसेस हे इंटरनल फॅक्टर्स आहेत आणि थ्रेट्स आणि अपॉर्च्युनिटी हे एक्सटर्नल फॅक्टर्स आहेत. हॅलो मॅम. हॅलो. हॅलो.
मॅम लेट झाले.
Hello. Is my voice audible and the screen visible? Hello.
मॅम स्क्रीन
Yes,
नाही
ma'am.
दिसत. हा
Screen is not
दिसते आता.
visible? Uh-huh.
येस येस मॅम.
I don't have my cell phone right now because it has been captivated by my daughter. Her session is going on of classical dance. So I may not be able to have a backup today for the session. So please bear with me. Whenever there is a disconnection, please reconnect, and we'll try to stick to the time today. May not extend, may not rejoin if it is unstable. I don't have the backup possibility today. Yeah. Yeah. So we were talking about the internal and external environment. So now for this today's session, I need your support because otherwise I will not understand whether we are going because my net connection is very poor today. Okay. Please speak up as and when asked. So yes, as rightly mentioned, SWOT analysis is one of the concepts which we have talked about. My further question was why it is required. Yes. आपण आता SWOT analysis चं उत्तर ऐकलं. That's correct. Very nicely mentioned. Correctly said. Internal and external factors. That is strength weaknesses being internal and opportunities and threats external. So why it is required? तुम्ही तुमच्या अनुभवावरून सुद्धा सांगू शकता. रिअल लाईफ एक्झाम्पल देऊन सांगू शकता. So many examples we have seen in real life, in corporate world, in academics, education system, personal life. I always give examples for whatever concepts we have spoken up till now for the first chapter throughout. आपल्या शब्दात तुम्ही बोलू शकता. Why it is required considering the corporate company? का लागतंय? आपण हे का विषय हाताळतोय सध्या? Please speak up. If you don't speak up, then understanding the concept would be a very boring thing. Like it will be conceptual, theoretical, ऐसे आप बोलोगे. I need to relate it with your understanding. Yes. Any more volunteer?
हॅलो मॅम.
Yes.
स्ट्रेंथ आहेत जे आपले म्हणजे कंपनीचे तर ते आपले प्लस पॉइंट असतील. विकनेसेस म्हणजे त्या गोष्टी असतील ज्याच्यावर आपण वर्क करणं गरजेचं आहे. हॅलो.
ओके. त्यांनी काय होणार आहे आपल्याला? तू बरोबर बोलतीयस पण त्यांनी काय अचीव होणार आहे?
Ma'am, we'll able to achieve our goals of the company and in the personal as well as in professional life.
Okay, so this is a generic answer that you achieve your goal. Okay, and definitely that pyramid you should Yes, please continue. Yes. Somebody mentioned that the goal is important. Okay. Now, considering the business pyramid, when we talk about the goal, it is drilled down into the objectives which are achievable, doable. We have seen those in the earlier session. And basically, it is further divided into tasks. We already talked about it. Okay. So basically, when we are talking about further, how we are going to analyze these internal and external factors and what are the significant things based on that. Apart from SWOT, as rightly mentioned, SWOT is one example. Okay, under situational scenarios, various situational scenarios. Similarly, there are other frameworks and various theories that are applied in strategic business, in strategic management. And this basically these theories are based upon a certain concepts which help a particular manager, a strategist, decide the framework of that particular organizations, okay, which will help a particular organization to manage the resources. For example, resource based view of a firm. In order to, the most important point in all these explanations, the most important point is ये सब हम लोग क्यों कर रहे हैं, ये फ्रेमवर्क पढ़ना, ये वेरियस थियोरीज पढ़ना स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट में. वन इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट इज दैट competitive advantage अचीव करने के लिए. Usually when we talk about any competitive advantage, एक simple root level example है कि कोई भी आप प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड बिजनेस कर रहे हो या सर्विस बेस्ड बिजनेस कर रहे हो, कस्टमर को लॉक करो, कंपटीटर को दूर भगाओ, आपके राइवल पर्सन को दूर भगाओ. ओके, लॉक द कस्टमर and beat the competitor. Always remember this. When you lock the customer, and automatically you're beating the rivals, isn't it? समझ में आ रहा है? I'm using very different kind of language over here. I mean English language, but लेकिन बहुत सीधी तरह से बात कर रही हूँ कि कस्टमर को लॉक करो, आपके कंपिटिटर्स वैसे भी दब जाएंगे, isn't it? Okay, और ये कैसे अचीव होगा? आप बोलोगे कि अलग तरीके से, हाँ मैं कस्टमर को डिलाइट सर्विस दूंगा, मैं आई गिव द बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट इन द मार्केट, क्वालिटी एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. सो दीज आर ऑल कस्टमर फोकस्ड थिंग्स. लेकिन when we talk about, अभी अभी हमने कोई प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च भी नहीं किया, अभी कोई सर्विस हमने दी भी नहीं है, हमारी कंपनी खाली एस्टैब्लिश हुई है, उस what would you do? You need to analyze and propose a plan, your business plan strategically, and give a forecast कि अगर आपने ये XYZ सर्विस या प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च कर रहे हो तो how it is going to actually get materialized. Okay, what are the framework that suppose ये XYZ प्रोडक्ट बन रहा है तो उसके लिए जो रिसोर्सेस यूज कर रहे हैं हम लोग, whether it is going to be optimally used and in what way. Okay, whether I am actually developing it from scratch in terms of software development example, मैं स्क्रैच से डेवलप कर रहा हूँ या कोई पैचअप थोड़ा कर रहा हूँ कि ठीक है बेस सॉफ्टवेयर कोड मेरा बन रहा है लेकिन टाइम क्रंच की वजह से, एंड इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि 10 पार्ट की 10 पार्ट मेरे ही कंपनी में हो. देयर माइट बी सर्टेन कैंडिडेट सोल्यूशन व्हिच आई कॉल इट एज कैंडिडेट सोल्यूशन. ऐसा होता है कि सॉफ्टवेयर टर्मिनोलॉजी में इट्स अ रेडीमेड सॉफ्टवेयर व्हिच इज अवेलेबल आउटसाइड इन द मार्केट. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आप सपोज कोई ऐप डेवलप कर रहे हो तो ऐप डेवलप करते वक्त सपोज आपका डेट फंक्शन उसमें डालना है, तो बेसिकली वो डेट फंक्शन आप खुद भी डेवलप कर सकते हो प्रोग्रामिंग करके, या फिर सो मेनी डेट फंक्शंस ओपन सोर्स सॉफ्टवेयर अवेलेबल Hello. I hope my voice is audible. Let's move a little fast. Company's internal environment we have already talked about. The significance also we have already talked about. We have already talked about this SWOT analysis in the earlier section. Yes, this is the thing which we were talking up right now. A resource-based approach for strategic analysis and its definition. So basically, these are the important components of resource-based approach. So basically, when we talk about a resource, okay, what are the resource inputs for each capability? When we talk about the business capabilities, a business capability is what that particular organization or that particular enterprise is capable of developing or providing as a service or as a product. Okay, so what capabilities does the firm have or what they require in the long run? Because when we talk about the giving some solution, whatever I have developed or whatever I have proposed is my core competency. Okay, and probably I may need support of non-core functionalities or non-core product or non-core features, and I may outsource it. Usually you should understand one concept before we go ahead: core and non-core. When we talk about core, that is something which is very dear to us and we have a proficiency in it, mastery in it. ते आपल्या आपण दुसऱ्यांना देऊ नाही शकत आउटसोर्सिंगला. And when we talk about business process outsourcing or BPO for that matter, okay, here it is very fundamentally important what to outsource and what to not. Okay, one simple example for that matter. Okay, समजा घरात एखादं कार्य आहे, ते लग्नाचं कार्य आहे. Usually all the other functions are which are non-core are outsourced. पण मंगळसूत्र पर्चेसिंगचं जनरली वधूवर आणि त्यांच्या मातापितांचाच एक सेक्शन असतो की ते आउटसोर्स केलं जात नाही, की बाबा हे आउटसोर्स केलं आणि त्या इव्हेंट मॅनेजमेंट कंपनीने दिल ते तुम्ही दागिने घालायला लागला, त्यांना पैसे दिले आणि तुम्ही घातले. होतं का असं? आई एम गिविंग वन वेरी सिंपल होम एग्जाम्पल. ओके, वो कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी आप खुद के पास रखते हो और बाकी खाने का, डेकोरेशन का, ये पूरा तुम सारे बाकी के आउटसोर्सिंग पार्टनर्स कर सकते हैं. ओके, व्हेन आई गिव एग्जांपल ऑफ टाटा मोटर्स, इंजन बनाने का उनका कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी है. वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स नाउ कोर एंड नॉन कोर. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉम्पिटेंसी. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट कोर एंड नॉन कोर, नट बोल्ट्स लगते हैं दरवाजा बनाने में, उसको जोड़ने में, स्प्रिंग, शॉक अब्जॉर्बर्स, टायर्स, उसके so many parts are there when we talk about an example of automobile. पूरा सब अगर टाटा डेवलप करते बैठेगा तो जिंदगी निकल जाएगी and it may not be what you can say profitable business also. So what is the strategy over there? core खुद के पास रखो, उसको फोकस करो अपना R&D, और बाकी के जो नॉन कोर पार्ट्स है या सर्विसेज है उसको सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर दो, आपके वेंडर से वो लेके आओ, and then assemble. Even assembly can be outsourced, right? So that you may keep it with yourself if you want to define it as your core part, या वो भी आप outsource कर सकते हो. Like only engine बनाने का आपका core competency है, वो आप अपने पास रखते हो. बाकी सारा जो भी प्रोडक्ट है, वो कार का एक्सेसरीज, वो पूरा सब कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग किया जाता है. Even the assembly can be outsourced. Okay, considering it as a non-core competency. Okay, so basically when we talk about the resource of any organization, it's something your organization owns or has access to. Even that access is probably temporary. That resource could be tangible resource or intangible resource. Okay, now what is tangible? Okay, say for example बिल्डिंग है या फिर कोई इक्विपमेंट है, मशीनरी है, स्टॉक्स होते हैं, आपके एम्प्लॉय, these are all tangible resource. Okay, that can be, you can see them, they have some existence, these are tangible. Okay, and we are talking about the resource part. Okay, now the other types would be intangible resources. Probably you may not be able to really visualize them easily. For example, जैसे मैंने बताया tangible रिसोर्स आपका एम्प्लॉय है. Okay, men, material, money, these are all resources. So tangible resources, human resource. Okay, your employees of your organization. लेकिन वो एम्प्लॉय के स्किल सेट जो होते हैं वो दिखते हैं क्या? हाँ, दिखते हैं. मतलब यू एनालाइज इट व्हेन हाउ प्रोफिशिएंटली ही यूजेस द मशीनरी, या हाउ प्रोफिशिएंटली ही एक्चुअली इम्प्लीमेंट्स हिज नॉलेज. बट वो दिखता नहीं कभी. वो ऐसे बोल नहीं सकते कि हाँ ये इस तरह का मतलब स्किल सेट डिफाइन है. ओके, सो दैट रिकग्निशन इज लिटिल डिफिकल्ट. ओके, सो स्किल होगा या एक्सपीरियंस होगा, जजमेंटल नॉलेज रहेगा, यू नो, these are all you know, these include a huge database on personal. Yes, back again with that dropout. So basically, resource-based approach we were talking about, and we were talking about the resources over here. So this is what the diagram suggests. The internal factors such as the business capabilities, the resources, and the core competency. Basically, this forms the basic architecture. That is the strategic architecture, which is called as a resource-based strategic architecture. Okay, and that becomes the source of sustainable competitive advantage. Okay, so basically it gives us a framework which will, with the help of so I was talking about resource-based view. So we can say that it's a managerial framework. Okay, it's a managerial framework for what? It is used for determining the resources, the strategic resources a firm can exploit to achieve a competitive advantage. So here it is written, develop a strategy that seeks to exploit the firm's existing resources, capabilities, and core competencies relative to external opportunities, and or seeks to exploit new ones that needs to be developed. मतलब क्या, जो है मौजूद उनका भी एनालिसिस जरूरी है, और forecasted upcoming new ones need to also be visualized, need to be proposed, so that optimal utilization of the resources can be achieved. कोई भी रिसोर्स अंडर यूटिलाइज या ओवर यूटिलाइज ना हो, इसके लिए एक स्ट्रेटेजिक फ्रेमवर्क जरूरी है, and that is achieved through a resource based. Hello. I think it is happening too frequently. Probably we should stop here. Prasad sir, are you there?
Ma'am,
Yeah, I'm sorry, मेरे यहाँ नेट का बहुत प्रॉब्लम
ma'am,
चल
I
रहा है
think,
अभी.
ma'am, I think your login, you have logged in with the two accounts, ma'am. That's the reason I think the problem is there.
No, I have logged in. See, whatever email. Just a moment. I have logged in through just the email link which I have received. Unstable internet connection का ही मैसेज आ रहा है मुझे. It's not getting connected. Is it fine? Am I audible? We have left with 8 minutes. Just
Yes.
go through this once. I'm really very sorry that my system or the setup is unstable. What best thing we can do here? Yes, I would like you all to focus on this diagram, and at least once आपके हाथ से ये diagram आना चाहिए, because diagrams या picture says more than words. The upcoming diagram also, so that in case in the next session also we can have such kind of approach wherein I'll share this with you, and on mobile maybe we can speak. I can speak. Today I don't have my mobile